And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, like, enough is enough.
Taraji, she's an amazing actress.
Good.
There's no beef with us.
According to rumors, producers almost had to shoot the scenes they were in together separately. That's how much they didn't get along on set. Now, the rumor is that...
Did Nia Long really try to take Taraji P. Henson's spot and end up getting herself fired? You won't believe what went down. It all started because Nia wanted to take over Taraji's lead role in Empire. Let's be honest. Even for a moment, there was only room for one Cookie Lion, no doubt about it. Things got so tense that Taraji was ready to fight, and another actor had to step in and break it up. There was shade, drama, and total chaos, all sparked by Nia Long's jealousy. She wanted to play Cookie, and Taraji wasn't staying quiet about it. Let's get into what really happened.
Cookie, I'm running a little behind, darling. That's all good. You just need to tell whoever that is they got it found. I'm sorry, tell me what? Tell you that you got to get out of that chair because it's time for my plans. Oh, well, we'll be done shortly. Oh, give me 1 second, please, madam. I'm sorry, Cookie.
Taraji and Nia were clashing so badly on the Empire set that producers had to figure out how to film their scenes without them being in the same room. That's how tense it got. They stopped talking to each other entirely while on set. Nia played Lucius Lyon's ex in season 3, and let's just say her character didn't sit well with Cookie, both on-screen and off. And by Cookie, we mean Taraji herself. Turns out, the drama wasn't just for the cameras. Their real-life tension was just as intense. Sources said it was nearly impossible to film their scenes together because the energy between them was that heavy. The crew had to work around it by filming them separately since they couldn't stay professional. But it didn't stop there. Nia wasn't just arguing with Taraji. She was allegedly stirring things up behind the scenes too. Rumor has it she was pushing for Taraji to be written out so she could slide into the lead spot in season 4. People say she even wanted the storyline changed to center more on her character, basically pushing Cookie Lion out of the spotlight. Of why? Of course, Taraji found out and wasn't going to let that fly. Things got intense quickly. And honestly, are we really shocked Nia went after her role? She's been known in the industry for being difficult and disrespectful. One of the biggest blow-ups happened when Nia showed up late to set. Taraji, who's all about staying professional, called her out and asked if she was on her period. That comment set Nia off. Everything she'd been holding in came out. It got so heated they were close to fighting, and the crew had to step in to stop it. And if we're being honest, most of them probably wouldn't have minded watching Taraji put her in her place. Even the hair and makeup team had it rough. Reports say they filed an official complaint because of how Nia treated them. That had never happened before in the entire run of Empire. Sources told TMZ she was constantly rude, came in late, talked down to people, and often changed her mind about her look last minute, then lashed out at the stylists instead of working with them. One insider said they'd worked with everyone from rappers to Demi Moore, and nobody ever acted up the way Nia did. That says a lot. But if you think that was the worst of it, there's more. Usually when an actor finishes filming their final scene, the assistant director announces it and everyone claps. But when Nia wrapped her last scene, there was silence. No one said anything. Sources said Terrence Howard happened to have an allergic reaction at that exact moment, and the assistant director suddenly had to go find Benadryl instead of giving Nia her send-off. If that's not allowed, girl, bye. Then what is? Some say the director skipped the tradition on purpose because they were done dealing with Nia's drama. She kept picking fights with Taraji, and by then, everyone was just over it. Instead of leaving quietly, Nia supposedly threatened to sue over how it all went down. Like, really? She still denies everything, but the stories have been out there for years. Nia's had an issue with Taraji for a long time. They've both been in the game for years, but Nia always believed she was the bigger star. And yeah, she did start acting way before Taraji, but here's the thing. Nia never landed a big, game-changing role. Sure, she's been in some well-known films, but she never had that moment that took her to the next level. Meanwhile, Taraji not only rose up, she blew past her. And then Empire happened, and Taraji became the face of a hit show that turned into a cultural icon. You can imagine how that felt for Nia.
Like I'm about to run the boss on young boys.
Man, that sound good. Put some money where your mouth is. Let's start with a stack.
Well, you know, I like big spenders. Why don't we throw your whole catalog on the table?
My catalog? Nephew, what my catalog got to do with this tape?
Let's talk about one of the messiest feuds on a TV set. Taraji P. Henson versus Nia Long on Empire. Nia guest starred in season 3, but the tension with Taraji was so real, producers had to shoot their scenes separately. It wasn't just acting, real drama was brewing. Sources say Nia pushed for a bigger role in season 4, allegedly wanting Cookie sidelined. When Taraji found out, things exploded. Nia already had a rep in the industry, and this just added fuel. She was reportedly rude, late, and even lashed out at stylists. The Empire crew had worked with A-listers. None of them caused this level of chaos. It got so bad, a formal complaint was filed against her. The only one in Empire history. On her last day, no send-off, no claps, just silence. Terrence Howard conveniently had an allergic reaction, and the assistant director went MIA looking for Benadryl. Coincidence? Nia allegedly threatened to sue. Over a clap? This wasn't just about Empire. Nia's tension with Taraji goes back. She had a strong start in the 90s, but Taraji broke out. Oscar nods, lead roles, and then Empire. Nia? Still waiting for her big moment. She's publicly questioned why she wasn't cast in Avatar instead of Zoe Saldana. But Zoe's been doing action for years. Guardians, Star Trek, Columbiana. Nia hasn't. Even with Eddie Murphy, after You People, Nia hinted at wanting another rom-com. But acting like Hollywood owes her something isn't the move. And then there's Terrence Howard. Nia and Terrence go way back, but Taraji's chemistry with him in Empire stole the spotlight. That shift might explain Nia's attitude on set. Director. Malcolm D. Lee was asked who's difficult in Hollywood. His answer? Nia Long. Enough said.
Quit playing.
Who's playing?
Let's talk about Nia Long and her history of speaking out whenever she doesn't land a role. One thing about Nia, if she doesn't get picked, she's going to let you know about it. One of the biggest examples? Avatar. Nia actually questioned why she wasn't even considered for Zoe Saldana's role. Now she said she wasn't throwing shade. But listen to how she said it. I felt passed over on things for sure. There have definitely been moments like, why wasn't I considered for that? Like, why wasn't I considered for Avatar? I think Zoe's amazing, but I wasn't even a topic of discussion. But let's be honest. What in Nia Long's film history screams Avatar? Zoe Saldana has been doing high-action, sci-fi heavy roles for years. Nia? She's known more for romantic comedies and drama. It just feels like she expects to be offered every major role. And when she's not, she starts asking questions. And this isn't new behavior. After working with Eddie Murphy in You People, Nia said she wanted to do another rom-com with him. Like, can the roles come to you instead of you forcing your way into every casting conversation? It's starting to look like jealousy. And if you thought that was bad, it gets messier. Let's not forget Nia worked with Terrence Howard before Empire even existed. Remember the Best Man franchise? Nia and Terrence had that classic on-screen chemistry. They even reunited for life in a year. Then here comes Taraji P. Henson as Cookie Lyon, Lucius Lyon's iconic ex, played by, you guessed it, Terrence Howard. And Taraji owned that role. Her chemistry with Terrence was electric, both on and off screen. They felt like work spouses, no joke. Now imagine how that must have made Nia feel. She had worked with Terrence for years, had that dynamic with him. Then Taraji steps in and becomes the fan favorite. The main character, the one everyone's talking about. Yeah, it's giving bitter. It's giving jealous. It's giving, that should have been me. And maybe that explains why Nia started acting out. Taraji wasn't the only one calling her difficult. Director Malcolm Lee was asked on The Breakfast Club who gave him the most trouble on set. And without skipping a beat, he said, Nia Long. That alone is a red flag. But it doesn't stop there. Taye Diggs also had a whole situation with her. During The Best Man, there was a scene where Nia was supposed to hit him. And according to Taye, she did not hold back. He straight up said she smacked him on purpose and completely threw him off. He believes she put too much force into it intentionally. That says a lot.
And Nia can be a bit of a challenge as well.
Well, yeah, she was a challenge up here a little bit.
She was, yes.
He didn't want us to record her or nothing at first.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you know.
Yo, was that acting? Or was there some real aggression behind that slap? Because if Nia really hit Taye Diggs like that on purpose, that's just straight up unprofessional. And if you think that Nia just had issues with one or two people, nah, there's a long list. Let's talk about her feud with Jada Pinkett Smith. These two have been in the game for decades, but they never really vibed. At this point, it's starting to look like a pattern. Every time Nia is around another successful Black actress, some kind of drama seems to follow. We already touched on how Taraji P. Henson exposed Nia for being shady and even wanting her fired, but that wasn't the only situation between the two. Let's be real for a second. The fact that Nia came for Taraji in the first place is wild. And kind of hypocritical. Why? Because Taraji has always been outspoken about the double standards in the industry, how women get paid less, how male actors get way more money, and how Black actresses have to work twice as hard for half the recognition. And guess who actually backed her up at one point? Nia Long. Yeah. Nia once supported Taraji when she spoke out about inequality, so for her to turn around and throw shade later, that's confusing and messy. It's giving two-faced. It's giving fake support. And it's definitely not a good look.
Thank you. And what the that smell? Woo!
You know, you got some nerve blaming me for your skeletons, mister.
She slapped it out of me, like for real. And you get a moment where I go, woo!
So for Nia to turn around and pull this on another Black woman, yeah, it's giving snake in the grass. And we gotta call that out. Because Taraji's frustration, it was never just about Nia personally. It was about everything she's had to fight against in this industry. The disrespect, the pay gaps, the constant battle just to get the same recognition, and then boom. Here comes Nia, doing the exact same thing to a fellow Black actress. That's not just shady, that's disappointing.
I mean, when I think of the men that I've worked opposite of, I had to make people believe that gangster rapper Ice Cube was a father figure.
And honestly, I'm not even surprised at this point, because most recently, Sherry Shepherd allegedly had a run-in with Nia Long too. Why? Because Nia claimed Sherry was shading her. Like, girl, not everything is about you. But for Nia, stirring the pot, yeah, that seems to be the theme.
Yeah. You know? And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. I think it's an important message for people to hear because we see the lights, camera, action.
And then they tell me we don't translate overseas.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face.
One person calling you difficult, maybe a misunderstanding. Two, could be bad blood. But when actors, directors, and crew all say it, girl, it's not looking good. The pattern is clear, and Nia Long is the common denominator. What's wild? She hasn't even tried to clear her name. No interview, no post, nothing. Just letting the drama marinate. If she's tired of being labeled the mean girl, why stay silent? Is she misunderstood or just showing her true colors? Drop your thoughts. Below, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Because trust me, this drama isn't slowing down.